Your council wears many hats, and one of the hats we don't currently wear is a rates cap. Now, I thought you might like to find out a bit more about it because it has been in the news lately. In some places around the world, including some states of Australia, councils have a rates cap set on them by an independent authority or someone from the central government that says how much they can increase rates by each year. Now, it sounds pretty good, especially if they're saying something like 3 or maybe 4%. But the government has kind of hidden a little bit of the devil in the detail. Let's find out more. Now, our government has currently said they think a rates cap is a pretty good idea. What they haven't made really clear to all of you, I don't think, is that they're talking about only capping non-core services. The trick is they haven't actually said what non-core services are. Now, we anticipate that core services are going to cover things like water, rubbish, roads, but what about things like pools and libraries that aren't provided by a private developer or private interest and councils carry? Does that make a core service or not? The other thing we haven't been able to clarify is what about things like customer service that cover some non-core things like maybe tourism or economic development, but also cover core services like paying your rates bill or coming in to see about fixing a pothole. We're not too sure how we're going to achieve that with separating out core services and non-core services without adding a whole lot of extra bureaucracy. And you know how councils love that. I would really like to see some of that go. So, in a nutshell, while we juggle all the hats that councils wear, it'd be really great to have a bit more clarity coming out of the government before we decide whether rates capping is a great thing for New Zealand or not. Some of the states in Australia think it's actually not a really great idea and doesn't drive the best services for their communities. And there's also a sneaky wee ability to apply for an exemption, which has seen some councils raise their rates by more than 50% despite being under a rates cap. So let's get a bit more detail in it before we make a decision.